Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ruth Micklem, and I'm your service leader this morning for this very special service of light. I'd like to welcome you all to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of the Rappahannock. Welcome to each of you who are here today in our sanctuary. Old friends, looks like a lot of old friends and a new friend. And any visitors that we have. I'd like to also welcome those of you who are joining us today through Zoom. We value you and your presence here, now more than ever. A dark time, a time that needs each of your lights shining brightly to remind us all that is good and living in this world. So welcome to our second annual Luminescence service. We began our service by lighting our chalice, symbol of the Unitarian Universalist faith, a beacon of hope, and love and quest for truth. The flaming chalice kindles a sacred space of reflection, gathering us in warmth, reason, and community. As the days grow shorter and nights grow longer, we navigate challenges that urge us to renew the flame that resides in each of us. We inherit a heritage of freedom, reason, hope, and courage, rooted and sustained by love. Luminescence is the process of generating light without exhausting the source, the art of shining without exhausting the source. Today, we honor the sparks within each of us and the light around us. When shared, it multiplies, expanding the glow that heals and unites the world. This service celebrates the transformative power of light, a force guiding good change. I'll say that again, good change, both personal and communal. Unitarian Universalist faith grows through the blaze of spirit and the light of reason. As we light additional candles for each covenantal value, let each new flame remind us, illumination rises from one spark, expanding as we join in shared purpose and care. So today, as we light each candle, consider its meaning. We honor the living values that guide our fellowship and our lives. From the flame of our common chalice, each new light will be kindled, symbolizing how illumination multiplies as it is shared. After all 7 candles out here are lit, your personal candle will in turn be lit from these, weaving a tapestry of connected light that begins with one small spark. Marley.
This first candle represents love. I light this candle, for it glows at the center of a quiet hearth, gently gathering us close. It invites us to nurture each life, to notice the subtle thread of care and connection that binds us all together. Love is light softens our judgments, and it inspires us to kindness, steady and unwavering. Hello.
May love be the heart of all we do. May gentle words and caring presence light the path for ourselves and for all those we meet. And the second candle, interdependence.
Every life is a strand touched by the breeze of the others. In calm humility, we recognize our place within Earth's peaceful rhythms, grateful for bonds both seen and unseen. Interdependence calls us to move with grace, holding the world within mindful reverence. Join me in the unity prayer.
May our lives reflect the strength of connection with gratitude for the web that binds us. May we move gently together through the world. Thank you. Equity.
I lit this candle for equity, with kindle this flame for quiet dignity that belongs to every person. Equity is a gentle light that opens space for all to be heard, to flourish in belonging with hope and fairness. We lift one another toward a horizon wide enough for everyone. Let us pray in unison.
May fairness take root in our hearts and actions. May hope open doors for all. And may each of us help create a welcoming space for every person. And the fourth candle, transformation.
I light this candle for transformation. Transformation is a sunrise over still water, shining softly as it invites change and new beginnings. We welcome growth that unfolds quietly, bringing renewal and gentle courage to our spirits. Held in the calm light, we open ourselves to the subtle, ever-unfolding work of becoming. Let us lift our voices in a unity prayer.
May the light of renewal awaken us. May we greet change with open minds and trust the calm unfolding of our becoming.
And I'll stand over here. I light this candle for pluralism. Pluralism is a garden at daybreak where many colors open to the same sun. We honor each unique blossom, each path and story that enriches our common ground. Let us linger in the curiosity and gratitude, shaping a gentle haven welcoming to all. Please join me in a unison prayer. Let us affirm together.
May we cherish the beauty of many paths. May our fellowship bloom with respect and curiosity. May all who enter find belonging here. And our sixth candle.
I like this candle for generosity. Generosity is the hush, is of open hands and giving hearts. Its gift is simply presence, a steady flow of care, and brings ease to those around us. With each act, hope is renewed and the shelter of community grows. Join with me now in a unison prayer. May the
Kindness flow through our open hands and giving hearts. May each gift, however small, nurture hope and ease for another. May generosity bind our lives in gentle fellowship. And our seventh candle, justice.
I light this candle for justice. Justice is the steadfast flame that glows in quiet persistence. It is the patient work of tending fairness, kindness, and possibility wherever darkness lingers. May this hopeful light guide us in creating a gentler, more just world for all. Join me in a unison prayer, and may our voices rise together.
May steady courage guide us as we seek justice and compassion. May fairness rise even in quiet ways, and may our actions help to build a just world. Thank you. The seven candles now illuminate our covenantal values: love, interdependence, equity, transformation, pluralism, generosity, and justice. Each one reminds us the light we tend within becomes the light we share out with the world. So now's the time for your personal candles to be lit. And we will light them from one of the seven candles. I think Marley probably has some order to this.
It's going to just organically move.
Behold, I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter where you go, no matter where you've been, I'm always there for you. I feel you deep within. So I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter what you feel or what you choose to show, you'll never walk alone. And so I want you to know that I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love.
Now I invite folks to share what might have touched you or inspired you this morning, something you might have reflected on during our reflections, and to sort of share about that collective light that helps to grow brighter.
I think that without this light that we shine, and all the people around us with goodwill and love in their hearts, we would be living in darkness. This could be a really, really dark world. And through all of history, it has been a struggle to maintain the light, and I think we will continue to burn. The light will continue to burn.
So this morning I was making oatmeal, and just out of the blue, Danny, who often says things just out of the blue, said to me, "Mom, you're beautiful." And it's the first time, I think, in 25 years I've ever heard him say that. And it just reminds me of how potent words can be, even when you don't necessarily linger over them before you say them or think about the impact they're going to have. They really still have that impact. So we all have that power to use our words to uplift and to light the way.
Thank you. I came here this morning feeling like my own internal flame was guttering and very, very dark. And this ceremony has seemed to uplift me to the point where I can shrug that off, and I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Well, for the last 3 times we've come here on a Sunday morning, there have been a group of vultures enjoying some venison by the side of the road on the corner of James Wharf Road, and that is very touching to me. I see them, land in the field when there is no prey to be. It's not their prey anyway, and I love the way that they communicate with one another, how they take turns, how they stand in a circle. I think it's really touching, and some of the ceremonies sort of reminded me of that. We're not the only ones who can cooperate with love at the center.
I'm going to hog this because I want to follow up with what you said, but also say what I wanted to say. That first, a group of vultures on the ground is called a wake, which I thought was kind of cool. But in many cultures that have healing people, like a medicine man, the vulture is often their symbol because they can be around sickness and death and not get sick themselves. So 2 cool things about vultures, even though I still shudder around them. But one of the principles was to show other people there were good in the world. So that touched me. It reminded me of the poem I read of reminding people that they are beloved, because we tend to forget that. So that's the part that touched me. So.
Very often it is difficult to see the light. And it's easy for us to do so when it's convenient for us. This morning I read in, I don't recall if it was NPR News or it was the Washington Post, where the Archbishop of New Hampshire of the Episcopal Church made a suggestion that all the priests in the Episcopal Church throughout the country get their wills and medical directives in order. And the reason for it was he directed that the priests stand up to the oppression in this country and, if necessary, take a bullet. What was amazing to me was the division of response. Many of the Episcopal priests, their reaction was, no, my responsibility is to my congregation and to my family, and I'm not going to put my life at risk. The other responses were quite the contrary. It is necessary and important that we stand up, even if it means our life is at stake. I've been in the Northern Neck since 2009, and I have intentionally visited many of the houses of worship of all different denominations. Some of you have heard me say this before. My pet peeve is that the religious leaders in this community, for the most part, won't stand up to injustice in this country. They're afraid of losing parts of the congregation. They're afraid of losing financial support. And in my mind, they choose not to feel the light. I remember a few years ago hearing Susan Mosley speak. And what she said was, she's not speaking for any of you. She's not speaking for the congregation. She's speaking for herself. And she came down damn hard on the injustice that was going on in this country. And I applaud that. And that was one of the reasons I continue to come to UU. Sorry to take up so much time, but the bottom line for me is it's so nice to feel the light and the graciousness of love when it's convenient. And I ask you all to consider, do so when it's not convenient, and stand up.
I don't know how many of you, in watching the news coverage of the protest, noticed that there were UU ministers out there with their Side with Love stoles on. And I didn't think about it until this morning, but the Side with Love stoles are bright yellow, and they really do represent a light in the darkness that we're facing.
I've been watching the saffron color of the robes of Walk for Peace, the monks walking, and the reception that they're receiving has been phenomenal. The people come out to see them. They sit and speak with them when they finally rest. I've noticed a lot of them going to children that are in need, disabled, things like that. And just the fact that they've come all this way to spread the light. And I pray for them each day as they go to the Capitol. So they're supposed to be coming through Stafford, which is kind of exciting, and they're going to be in Richmond. So I just can watch them from my home and on my phone, but to me, they are a true light. Every step they take. Thank you.
I've been following his page. The dog, Akola thing. Yeah.
Means the light.
Well, I'm going to shift from the larger stage to the smaller. I was at Tractor Supply the other day and getting something for my dogs. And when I made my purchases, I said, thank you. This was mid-morning. And she said, you are the first person to say thank you to me today. How hard is it to say please and thank you and share a smile?
All right. I will go with the microcosm of the many paths. And I, as frequently with women, we're more like easygoing and yes, yes, and have an easier time seeing the many paths kind of when you hear everyone, like there are multiple truths. And my husband is so funny. He's the opposite. He's more with the justice and fairness, and he's such a moral person. He's like, I don't even know if you should sell bread at the farm stand because, you know, bread can be unhealthy if you eat too much of it. And while he's right there, there is so many different paths, and with standing up in justice and, you know, like small acts of just making people feel like they matter and beloved, and also the bigger parts of following the news and political things, and maybe that's not even your path, and understanding that that's not your path. I'm a really big fan of listening to channeled messages, which you could never say in another church probably, but I love how they say so much that resonates with me, and we are coming up on, I mostly listen to Lee Harris and the Z's, if anyone's curious, but I find those messages to be so reassuring, and they say that in the next coming decades, we are going to have huge changes for the better, and like you were saying, a man who is healing from your cancer, which congratulations, I'm glad you're healing. Like you were saying, they have said that it could have been a lot worse, but since we, like in the past decades, have let our light shine, we really are the oneness revolution. That was something that they wanted us to hear. And just understanding how kindness and keeping that in our minds, like respect and justice, holding those two pillars and walking that line. I think I'm rambling, but I think you guys understand also what I'm saying, that there's a line there, and this is a lovely space to keep us walking that line.